Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, everyone. How are you? It's been a fascinating day, full of ups and downs and emotional highs and lows. It's good to be with you all again. I wasn't planning to go live, but I was just talking to somebody. He said, go live. So I said, all right, let's see who can jump on. If you can hear me, type a 1 in the chat so I know. And if you can't hear me, then I'll have to restart because I won't see any responses. But anyway, the link is in the chat. Whoever wants to jump on, you're more than welcome. You know, it's actually a little bit lonely out here without Jordan M. Jordan, where are you, brother? Come back. If you're listening, jump on, bro. Even just for 5 minutes. Yeah, bro. We all miss you. And big up to all of the audience who may be listening in or watching. Those who interact and those who don't. You get me, fam. You get me. Sorry. Talking silly. All right. So we have so many viewers right now. Look at that. At 2 o'clock in the morning, we've got 2 viewers. Who's going to be the first to jump on? Weighing in at 179 pounds with a reach of 6 feet and 5 inches, a record of 28 KOs and 5 losses. Yes, I have to think of a name. It's Romeo Rodriguez. And in the blue corner, we have weighing in at 20 stone 5 ounces, coming in for a something or another. Who's that in the chat? Who's just joined?
Yo, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. How are you?
How are you? You alright?
I am well, thank you.
What are you up to?
Not much. Just thought I'd go live.
Quick one.
Yes.
Cool. Oh, what have you been up to today? How's your day been? It's been very hot today, hasn't it?
I don't know, bro. It was pretty good for me. Yeah.
What did you do? Were you inside today? Did you go to the park?
Yeah, it was about, bro. Yeah, it was about. Alaikum salam, Sheikh One. Yes, I was just, imagining calling a match, introducing the combatants.
Okay.
Yes.
That is
but yeah, alhamdulillah. So, what's new? Anything interesting to talk about?
No, same old. Apart from the weather, the fact that it's been really hot today, but nothing much. Well, apart from that call earlier, I don't know how long it lasted.
Okay. Al-Bahith, are you going to jump on today, or are you still going to stay on the outside?
He's in the live chat. Wa alaikum salam Al-Bahith. Wa alaikum salam Muhammad Hamdan. Big up Sheikh One. Wa alaikum salam. Yes. Big up.
I got a question. What do you think about bad language? Is there such a thing as bad language in Islam? Do you know? Do you have any knowledge about that? Is there anything you can mention about bad language?
I don't know anything from a Islamic reference point perspective, but bad akhlaq is not good, and obviously bad language, swearing and insulting, cursing, talking about people's mothers and so on and so forth. This is not good character. It's not good conduct and good, obviously, this is not the conduct of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's obviously jahiliyyah, and I'm guilty of this myself, because sometimes I swear or go off on one, but it's just something we're socially accustomed to, and that's due to the fact that we're living in certain environments where we have psychological and social influence upon us, which develops our character and personality, and that
I
also
can't hear. I can't hear. I
you
can't
can't
hear anything.
you can't hear me. Can you hear me? Is
My
my
man's
mic stuck?
microphone has finally died. He couldn't take his piercing voice anymore.
Can you hear me now, reactionary?
Can anybody hear? If you can hear reactionary, type 1. If you can hear pray salah, type 2. Anyhow,
I don't think
Al-Bahith,
you can hear me.
why don't you jump on?
Maybe.
You'll
Maybe
be
not.
treated as a special guest. You'll get VIP treatment, free access to the executive lounge.
Executive lounge, you will get the emails delivered with
We have
reactionaries,
shower facilities over there, and
pre-uploaded
free
content
peanuts over there.
of conspiracy theories will be sent to
You can hear Pray Salah, can you? I can't hear him.
£5 a month to be
I
a
cannot hear
Patreon
him. Let's see if
to
this
Reactionaries channel. £5 a month. That's all it is,
is weird,
guys.
isn't it?
Let's get 10. Let's get 10 patrons this night. We've already
Shake
got
1,
13 people watching. Come on, guys.
Shake
£5
1,
a
Shake
month.
2, Shake 3.
Drop a 1 if you're willing to put £5
All
a
right.
month for Patreon. That's it. We've
Al-Bahith,
got one.
talking about Tony and Guy
We've got
treatment.
2 ones
whatever
here.
that
We've got
means. I
social
don't care.
engineering. Big up. You're
What does that mean,
volunteering to be
Al-Bahith?
the Patreon
Who's
number 1 of
this?
tonight.
Why
And
so
then
religious in the
we
building?
have, of course,
Welcome
Hello.
aboard.
Patreon number
Nice to
2.
see ya.
Hope you're well.
Big up,
Can't
Waiso.
hear.
Can you hear me, Waiso?
Hope you're well.
Cannot
Abu
hear
Aisha.
anybody. Is it
Waiso, can you
me?
hear me? He can't hear me.
Yes,
Teaching
I
us
hear
both. That is odd.
Who do you hear, Abu Aisha or
Let me
you.
Reactionary?
I
try
hear both
coming
of
out.
you.
Hold on, let
I
me
mean, I hear
and add them back.
Assalamu alaikum.
the Abu
Okay.
Red Hills, but
What
I
the
still
hell?
can't hear them.
What the hell? You're
So
not
what I'll
cool.
do, I'll
That's
come
not
out of the
cool.
stream and come back in.
you know, I hear you, reactionary. I don't know what you're talking
Refresh.
about.
He can't hear us, I think. Who's left on the panel? Is that you, Waiso?
Yeah, I hear him. I hear both of you. I don't know
All
what you're
right,
talking about.
I can hear him, but he can't hear me. But now he's back.
I
Can you hear
actually,
us, Reactionary? Wow, there's another person on as well. Hello, introduce yourself, new panelist. Oh, it's the one and only Shake One. Big up, Shake One. Can anyone hear me?
I would,
Or no?
yeah, I hear you. I was actually hoping that I'm only on for a moment. I was hoping that did reactionary notice what Jordan M did on his channel the other day?
What did he do?
Well, you notice how he was like talking about he's gonna get offline and he was like, I'm gonna stop going on the channels that don't really teach anything. And I even put in the chat, I was like, are you claiming that Reactionary's channel doesn't teach Islam? And you know, it doesn't
No,
answer.
I
But
assume you've mistaken what his message was. I
no,
think
but
you've
also no, continue.
completely
Let me continue with what he
misunderstood
said.
his message.
No, but what else did he say though, right? He's like, I'm gonna stop coming on to channels like these, but I'm going to continue doing my channel and going to ED Dawa, whatever it is, EF Dawa.
EF that one,
So
mate, yeah.
so you realize what he was really doing, right? Does
No, what
anybody
was
notice?
that?
He was
Spell it
trying
out
to
for me.
downgrade.
Yeah.
He's downgrading anything that he's not affiliated with.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? Like if he's not, and he's done it even, you know, he speaks ill of plenty of channels, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's like trying to, you know, say, oh, well, I'm not going to go on to any of the, and they're good brothers and sisters out there, but woe is me that has to leave these channels and stick to the channels that are the big ones, right? You get what I'm saying? Like he's talking, I don't know, man. I noticed it instantly the other day. I was like, why? He's like straight up dissing your channel while he's on your channel and trying to play a victim of
Yeah.
woe is me. You know,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I don't think anybody else saw it.
What do you
Well,
have to say
thanks,
to this?
Yeah,
thanks
too
for
much politics,
pointing it out.
too much politics.
You have a point at Waiso. I will also say though that he's now shut his channel down, and it's
What?
because
But for real, yo,
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
for real, you shut his entire channel down.
Search for his channel. Type Jordan M in the chat. See what you find. You probably just
Wow.
find Michael Jordan.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought
Subhanallah.
he just take. I thought he was having a break off the
That's
YouTube.
not
Bro. I didn't
cool,
think he was gonna delete
man.
his channel. That's
Yeah,
mad.
he's
That's
left.
mad.
He actually had
He
a lot of
said,
benefit, I'm not gonna lie. There's some good he had, some khair he had.
Yeah, man. That's if I should go. I should watch his show, his channel, and I should go and chat and stuff.
He
And that. I
might have
remember
just
he
changed his name again. He might just change
well,
his
the problem
name again.
is, people, there are stalkers online that they're so obsessed with people that they try to interfere with your real life. So that's what happened with him. So in order to prevent something, he had to shut down. There's a lot of
Yeah, I'm
crazy,
not.
crazy people around here. I tell you.
I'm probably not gonna
Yeah.
stay on long. I just wanted to bring up that, like, I can't believe nobody like
Anyone
called
there?
him out on what he was doing. You know what I'm
Hello?
saying? Like,
What did you disagree
Can't
with?
hear anyone. Let me
Yeah,
refresh
what
my
did he disagree?
page.
What was he doing? Like,
what?
I
what
am the
was he
host
doing? What
of the
would you
panel
disagree?
tonight,
Yes.
and
Well, I
we
mean, I
are
Mr.
here,
Double
disagree
A.
with
the
one.
Patreons.
I agree. I
Yeah.
disagree with one that he's claiming that like reactionary channel is actually one of the better channels that I've come across that tries to keep away from like all this fitna tube that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Like
you,
he,
bro.
but you know, he tries to keep conversations civil. He tries to keep on topics and stuff like that. And but you can't say the same thing about Jordan M. From what I've seen and from what I've heard, he actually like kind of instigated a lot of shit, bro. So like, you know what I mean? Like he was kind of like
Nah, I
he
can't
was
say that, man. I can't say
he
he
was in
instigated
he
it, bro. I can't
I'm
say
not
that.
saying
I
okay,
can't.
he
Maybe he
kind
had
of
a
instigated. That's
favoritism
what
for
I'm saying.
certain
Like
people, but he wasn't
he
instigating anything, bro.
he
Like, you get me?
definitely helped antagonize the
No, I don't
situation.
think.
Nah, man.
I
Why
don't think
so? He
that's
did
true.
not. Jordan M. Big up Jordan M. He didn't do nothing like that, man. I don't get it. Maybe you see it different. I don't know. Get me? But from a Muslim point of view, he wasn't antagonizing or instigating anything. Where I see it, you get me? It's like he's doing his own thing. Okay, you know what I mean? And maybe he had some favoritism, but that's his own thing, innit? You get me? But not instigating and what you just said now is like, nah, man. I don't know. Anyway, that's your valid. That's your opinion, innit? So.
I
You're
mean, I'd
entitled
have
to
to
that.
go back. I'd have to go back and find the streams, and most of them are deleted or stuff. But it just seems like he definitely had a hand in it continuing and not stopping. You get what I'm saying?
Did he
And
expose you? Is that what it is?
how would he expose me?
I'm just saying, or did you have a debate with him or something like this? Like,
How would man? Honestly, that's something I can't stand. Everybody throws out this word expose, and they don't expose
expose
anything.
season.
But people are
Okay.
always like, you know, you see on Sir Foz and Siaya, whatever her name is, and Zebeda, they all be like, the titles are like exposing this, exposing that, and then 2 hours later, you realize all they did was show a video that everybody already knew existed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I hate it that when people say, "Oh,
Or
he
screenshot, yeah,
exposed you."
or a screenshot. That's
What?
yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I said I know what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's exposing everybody. I don't understand it, but you know, whatever.
I don't agree with this fitna, to be honest with you personally. As a, you know what I mean, like I don't think this is nice, and it's not good to, you know, hang out dirty laundry out for, you know. It's not nice, man. It's not good at all. It should be ended. But it's deep, man. People have got deep rooted issues. What can you do? It is how it is. Yeah.
And then it's like, what? Odds gets on here and tries to battle me simply because I bring like the Quran verse, right? That Allah talks about if there's Muslims that are factioning, that are arguing or having problems, they're supposed if one side wants peace, then the other side is supposed to try to find peace with them.
Yeah.
So I said, so obviously neither side wants peace. Otherwise, one of them, it's no shit. The way that Allah makes it in the Quran is that there's no shame in a Muslim saying, "I want peace," right? You know what I'm saying? Like to another Muslim. He's not saying that's a shameful act. So obviously they are not wanting one, because if one of them wanted, they would
Islam
just say, "Hey."
encourages peace itself. Anyway, Islam encourages peace. You know, between Muslims specifically as well, a lot.
But when I pointed that out, it was like big odds. He went sorry for like he went crazy, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like for
Mm-hmm.
pointing out that it's obviously a clickbait thing that's been going on for a few months. And I respect Reactionary just like stepped away, he went and traveled, and when they came back, he was just like, dude, I don't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, fill me in just so I have the premise, and then I don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect that a lot about this guy.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Let's see here. And then I don't know, maybe he changed his name. Jordan M maybe changed his name again. He changed it about 6 weeks ago to Old Geezer. And it was that for
No, old
like
geezer,
2 or 3 days.
Muslim geezer, no old geezer.
Yeah, Muslim geezer. That's it. I wasn't trying to be wrong or say something. I just was off the top of my head trying to remember it because it was only like 2 or 3 days. But
I can see you're not a fan of those Dawa channels, bro. I'll tell you. So, where have you been on? Have you been on any other shows recently? Why so?
Yeah, I went on to Hamza's Den the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hamza's Den, yeah. How did that go?
Since we last spoke, you went on there again.
Yeah. I've been on there a few times, but yeah, I went on there on Friday.
Oh, how was that?
I mean, once again, I feel like they're just searching for answers. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my question was, I said, so Muslims believe that the Quran hasn't changed down to the letter, but then I give how in Kathir's tafsir, you can go to qtafsir.com and go to Surah 2, Ayah 61, and it talks about how the word "fum" is in the Quran now, but the word "thum" was in Ibn Masud's Quran, and that it meant garlic. Now, then Ibn Abbas says that "fum" means garlic, and that the old language "fum" means "fumalana," something means bake for us, and that Jair, so Al-Tabari says, if this is true, then it is one of the words whose pronunciation was altered, and that the letters changed from TH to FA because of how closely similar to how similar they sound. Allah knows best. So I asked the question, the original question, which was, if Muslims believe that, that not to a letter has been changed, why did Tabari give this explanation of why it's "fum" and not "thum" as it was in Ibn Masud's Quran?
And what was the answer you got?
Well, I think I'm the first one to ever get Sheikh Uthman to open up his books. Because I had the link. I was like, y'all just screen share it. Just screen share. If you're claiming what I'm saying is wrong, then just screen share it, is what I told them. And so they wouldn't do that. And then so Sheikh Uthman, at first, he's like trying to question me. He's like, oh, have you read Tabari? I was like, yes, I've read Tabari. I was like, I own all 10 volumes. And he said, oh, what language? And I was like, English. But he's like, I didn't even know that it was in it. So he's not trying to focus on the topic. You get what I'm saying? He's trying to like.
I think the English Tabari was first translated by Oxford University, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yes. And it's free online. And actually, I just downloaded a different one from an Islamic site. I'd have to go find it again. But the one I got was from archive.org. And then I just downloaded a couple of weeks ago from an Islamic site. I'd have to find the name of the site again. So it's not like there's no Islamic sites that aren't pushing Tabari English. You know what I'm saying? But so firstly, he's just trying to search for my source and if I've ever done it, if I ever this or that. So then he starts actually pulling out his books from his bookcase, which I've never seen watching, for a few months now. I've never seen him go to that. So so then I can't remember the guy's name. It's June or something. Junie. I can't remember his name, but so he says, "Oh, I've heard this argument about Thum and Fum, and it's a ridiculous argument." And then Hamza says, so he finally reads it right, and I did say this. I said, "How come the word?" So in here, why did Tabari say that this is one of the letters plural of words plural that might have been changed? Allah knows best. He says it doesn't say change. I said, wait, what? He says it says altered. It doesn't say change. I said, what's the definition of altered?
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't say anything, bro. So I thought that was funny, like trying to nitpick on my word, but he knows that the word he said is actually like the definition is the same. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
So my son turned off my internet. So so my phone goes to like my 5G or whatever, and it's hard to keep up on StreamYards because StreamYards overheats a phone like a mother, dude. And so I'm trying to listen. So this is Sheikh Uthman's first battle against the argument. Hamza, how do you say London? And then Hamza says London. And then he's like, Yusuf, how do you say London? And he's like, oh, I say London or whatever. And he's like, this is the same thing, where the pronunciation is different, blah, 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 blah. So then I get back on there. So his first thing was he went to Asruf and Kirat. You know what I'm saying? The Asruf and Kirat. And so then I get back on. I said, no, it says right there that this could be one of the words that the letters was replaced and changed. So then my son turned off my internet again. And then Hamza wouldn't let me back on. He kicked me out of the back chat when I went back on and when I tried to get back on. And so apparently then Sheikh Uthman switched his argument from that to say that this part, he's not talking about the Quran. He's talking about the evolution of the Arabic language from old to new. Now, the only issue with that is that before he mentioned in Kathir, before he mentions the old language or whatever, he starts out by mentioning how Ibn Asud had thum and it meant garlic, and that fum Ibn Abbas had and it meant garlic. And then after that, it talks about how Al-Bukhari says that fum means all grains and wheat. So this word isn't even like agreed upon from the time of the Sahaba to Bukhari. And that's why Muhsin Khan's translation, he doesn't even translate it. He just leaves the word fum because it's undetermined. Now, but yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah. So were you convinced with his answer?
Not really.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not saying like, I'm not going to say that I won or that they won or I lost or they lost. I'm not convinced with the argument. And also because like, I didn't really get to have an argument because within a couple of minutes, my son unplugged my internet and then it just went downhill after that. You know what I'm saying? Like cutting in and out. And then when I finally got back on, he
It's a
unplugged
sign
it
from
again.
God. The internet cut off. It's a sign from God, the Most High.
Well, then that would mean that my son doesn't have free will. That would mean that God made him unplug my internet. So
Allah, God continue, please.
Come on, Sheikh.
so yeah, I mean, but then on G Block the other day we did a review of one of the times I went on to because James Jones was saying that I got destroyed, and I was like, okay, let's watch the video, and you just tell me how I got destroyed on the debate question. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did I get destroyed? And so we reviewed the whole thing, and most of the people on the panel at the time said, yeah, that YSO won technically, but he definitely didn't get destroyed, and that they thought that my whole argument was pointless. Like even the atheists were like, your argument was pointless, but because you had a hadith that said what it said, you won the argument. They should have just said, yes, you win this argument, but we don't apply it. So what I was doing was I went on there and I asked them, I said, so I have a question, and I put all my links in the back chat automatically. Otherwise, they're going to kick me and they're going to make me get off and look for them and stuff. So I said, I have a question. So Muhammad made you the judge. He's the judge and the ruler, and you're supposed to do what he says. He declared that if there's a different meaning / interpretation of a Quran verse, that you're not supposed to recite it until it's been determined and decided upon. And I want to know why Muslims are still reciting these verses. And that was so. Firstly, Hamza and like 2 other people had never heard of this hadith. And Sabur. Do you know who Sabur is? Is that his name?
Yeah,
Is that his name?
Sabur, yeah.
So this guy goes off on a tangent, calling me a Christian, saying that he thinks it's hilarious that I'm even questioning like the words of the Quran or the words of Muhammad when there's no such way to verify that Jesus said anything by the standards of like Islam, this and that. And I was like, dude, what are you talking about? I'm not even a Christian. I'm an atheist. He's like, oh, I thought you were some person in the chat. I was like, why don't you focus on the question instead of diverting? You know what I mean? That's instantly what he tried to do, was divert to like talking. It's really easy in an argument to try to get people off of the topic. You get what I'm saying? Like talk about them personally and not the topic, or try to start talking about other issues. You know, like Hamza did that later. But so do you know Azadullah Ali? He goes by the Andalusia Project.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay.
I've heard of the Andalusia Project, but I don't know who that is. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
We've heard of Al-Andalus, but 800 years of Islamic Spain, Iberia, the golden age of Islam, which gave the Renaissance to the Christian Europe. Heard of that? Yeah,
so he goes by Andalusian Project. Okay, and so he says, well, so before that, when I give the hadith and I told him it's in the back chat, just read it. So then Hamza reads it, right, and he says, do you know the scholarly interpretation for this? I said, well, there's 3 different hadiths and different chapters. And he says, no, I'm asking you, do you know the scholarly interpretation? And I was like, what? I'm confused about what you mean. Are you talking about? And then before I could finish, Andalusia Project cuts in, right? And he's like, this hadith doesn't mean what you're talking about. The chapter heading is blah, blah, blah. And he's saying this, and that. And then Hamza instantly goes, okay, Ray, because that's what they call me. They call me Ray. They won't let me on as why so religious. So he says, there you go, Ray. That's your answer. I said, it's funny, Hamza, that you need a scholarship answer from me, but when Andalusia Project just gives his opinion, it's sufficient. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because he's a Muslim, you instantly take his position, and instead you don't need scholarly interpretation. Dude, that set them off, bro. They did not like that one bit that I called them out on that. But I think that's a fair call out. What do you think?
Has Weiser stopped talking, or is it just
Hello?
my my sound's gone? If
Hello?
anybody can hear me and you cannot hear Weiso, type
I
1,
hear you.
please. Thank
I
you.
hear
Yeah,
I
we
hear
can
you,
hear you. We can hear
reactionary.
you both from here, but I don't know about the YouTube.
Yeah, I can hear
Let me
reactionary.
see.
I guess he can't hear me.
Well, Weiso's still here, but I can't hear him.
I don't know. You might have to jump out and in again.
Both working. Okay, I'll have to refresh. For some reason, my
Refresh, yeah.
StreamYard's playing up for me.
StreamYard is horrible on phones, bro. It's like murder to a phone. Hello. Well, yourself?
So we have who else do we have on the panel? We have Shaquan and Dujana. Anything you'd like to contribute, guys?
I would like to say RS Sid is in the chat. RS Sid, BASTARD. Can you spell that? RS Sid. B to the A to the R to the
RS Sid, where's my 5,000 pound, bro?
Where the cream at? RS Sid.
RS Sid, where's my
I-
5,000 pound you owe me?
You can pay up
I
Weiso.
had to mute. Sorry, I had to mute you there for a moment, Shaquan, because we don't allow insulting of the viewers or the guests. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I thought, oh, sorry, I thought I was on Faz's show for a sec. But it's all out.
This ain't the fitness tube, bro. Yeah, but RS Sid, you owe
Someone
me
should create a
5,000
channel
pounds.
called FitnessTube. What do you reckon? That would be a good idea.
It will probably be in the
Make a new
millions.
channel.
The tube, yeah. That's quite a good name, man. You know, it'll be popping, innit? You know, for a name like that.
Well, I need
Yeah,
to
it'll be
start.
popping.
If somebody opens up a channel called UmaTube, I want some of the money for that because I created UmaTube and FitnessTube names. So I deserve a little bit of that piece of the pie.
So what? Why? So are you saying you got shares in Ummazone, Amazon dropshipping, Ummazone? Have you heard of that one? You say you got shares in that? Yeah.
No, UmaTube.
Okay.
If a channel opens up on YouTube called UmaTube, I want some of the royalties. I came up with that.
No royalties. Yeah, man.
And I'll keep it halal where I won't charge them interest. All they have to do is just pay me a bare minimum.
Ummatube. Yeah, man. So Ummatube, whoever you are out there, you need to give him a cut, man. He needs to give him a slice of the cake. You get me? He wants to drink. He wants to drink from you.
I don't want the whole cake. I just want some of the frosting. You know what I'm saying? Like just something off the top.
The icing, yeah. You want the icing from the top of the cake, yeah.
By the way, there's a question in the chat from Al Bahith. He's asking, I've got a question for the panel, please. One of the pillars of faith is to believe in the messengers. Why does it say messengers and not prophets? I've tried to look this up but can't find an answer.
Wasn't it the messengers who came with scripture, and the prophets were just prophets? So Adam alayhi salam was a prophet. He didn't come with scripture, but you get Muhammad, peace be upon him, who's a messenger. You get Musa alayhi salam. Moses is a messenger. He came with the Torah. You know what I mean?
Not every prophet is a messenger, and not every messenger is a prophet.
Yes, exactly.
You can look it up on Islam Q&A. I've read it, and it's been like 2 years. But if I remember right, the concept is that prophets are sent to declare the oneness of Allah, to to various regions, but messengers come with the laws that people must follow and the message. So they have the authority. Messengers have the authority to declare what is haram and what is halal, and that is why you believe in the messengers. And I mean, yeah, it doesn't say to believe in the prophets, but because some of the prophets are also messengers, it would mean that you have to believe in those also. I mean, if you won't, just look it up. I think it's the way you search for it in Islam Q&A is follow the messengers Islam Q&A, and it just or no wait, I'm sorry. You look up difference between prophet and messenger Islam Q&A, and that it will tell you that the difference is that messengers came with the laws and prophets didn't come with laws. They came with the preaching of Tawheed. Hello?
Yeah, hello. I just had to leave and come back because my audio keeps cutting out. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are you saying,
so,
Vaisal?
let's try again.
So what I said was, according to Islam Q&A, as far as I can remember, the difference is that prophets just come with the message of Tawheed, but messengers come with the laws of Allah also. So a messenger gives laws and the message, and the message is the law, right? How people are supposed to conduct themselves, how they're supposed to pray and stuff. But you have prophets who just went to like, what is that, Hud? That civilization that was on the mountaintop, and they told them, the city of Hud or whatever, they told them that they need to start believing in one God and this
People
and
of
that,
Ad,
and
yeah? It's Ad.
then Allah destroyed them. Now,
People of Ad.
yeah,
The Ad.
So, yeah.
The
So
giants.
that wasn't a messenger. That was a prophet at that time. Now, a prophet can be a messenger, and a messenger can be a prophet, or they could be separate. But also, at different times, they can be just one or the other. Kind of like, what is it? Abraham, right? He came across that one other. When he went and did the three things, like with the boat, the wall, and the boy, with the other person who is actually a prophet, right? He wasn't a messenger, but he went around and fixed the boat. He went there and fixed the wall, and then he killed that kid. Now, he was a prophet because he was just doing what Allah wanted him to do, but he didn't come with the message of Allah's laws. What's his name? It's in Surah like 86, right? Do y'all know who I'm talking about? Like Abraham starts walking and looking for a fish. He forgets a fish, and they have to go back and get the fish. And there's him and his slave boy, and then
Moses, yeah, Musa alayhi salam.
Oh no,
Okay,
it's
okay, yeah.
Khidr.
So,
Khidr. It's Moses and Khidr alayhi
yeah,
salam.
Khidr.
You know, in the fish, yeah?
Yeah,
And it's like a test
yeah.
with a boy, and it is a
So
boat, and
he,
then they drill a
so
hole in
he,
the boat, and yeah, go on.
yeah.
Go on.
So even in a hadith, Muhammad says that this guy is a prophet. Now the thing is, the reason he's only a prophet is because he's just doing what Allah is instructing him to do. He's not bringing a message of what is Allah's will on people, such as laws or ways to pray or things like that. That's the difference. Does that make sense to y'all? So it would be more important to believe in the messengers, because the messengers are the ones who brought the laws of Allah. and brought the message of Allah. But prophets, they go and they tell people, or they do actions that Allah wants them to do, but not necessarily teach anybody
Hello.
anything.
I'm back. I don't know what's up with the stream. I may have to restart it because the audio is not functioning properly.
Am I the
cannot
only
hear
one still here?
Waiso. You all
Can
may
you
be,
hear?
y'all may be able to hear Waiso, but I don't know because this is not working for me. So if you're all okay with it, I'll restart the stream, inshallah. Hold on, audio's working again. Now, is that a real Waiso religious or a fake Waiso? Don't know if that's the real you. It's not letting me do anything with it, so I'll leave that there. Actually, with the technical difficulties, yeah. Okay, give me a minute. In a few minutes, I'll restart. But for now, I'll just keep highlighting your comments. We can call this the highlighting the comments show. Some people are very impressed with it, and others are very unhappy with the fact that I highlight comments. Like really unhappy. Let's see. That's why so religious. Hello.
Hey, so I'm not in the chat.
Hello.
Hey,
I cannot hear anything.
reactionary. I'm not in the chat.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is restart the stream now because I don't know what's working and what's not working. So if you can hear me, I'm going to restart. Sorry.